Hi friends, welcome to my channel. Today we will design this beautiful earrings which I really like. I don't know where I got this beads from, like which box it is, but it is Bargain Bead box for sure. And I had this multi-color strand, like it was in one strand, and this is very teeny tiny beads, 2 by 3 millimeter I believe. And I was saving this strand, I didn't use it, so I thought why not make a earring. Then I came up with this earring which is really pretty in my opinion. I think it's really nice, I like it a lot. So what I did was I made the frame first, as you guys can see. I There is couple of gauges that you want for this project. One is an 18 gauge. I'm using this bronze. It's not an antique bronze, it's a bright bronze. It's an 18 gauge para wire, bronze wire. And then I didn't have a bronze 26 gauge, but I did have a copper. I thought the copper color will accentuate the beads really nicely, and like mixed metal is a fashion right now, so I'm using a 26 gauge craft wire which is in copper. It's a bare copper. It's not a bare copper, it's non-tarnish, so you can use it as well. And then some beads, 2 by 3 millimeter beads, or you can go up till 3 by 4 millimeter beads as well. And a jump ring. This is I think 6 millimeter jump ring that I made out of this 18 gauge wire as well. Then tools wise, you need the regular nylon jaw pliers, tweezer nose or needle nose pliers, and then this step making pliers I used for the jump ring, and then round nose pliers and wire cutters. So this is all you need. And if you have bent nose pliers, I also use bent nose pliers, but you can use if you have a jump ring opener and closer, you can use that. I really like 2 sets of pliers for that. And then a bench block and hammer. You can use a regular hammer or chasing hammer. I have only this hammer. I don't think so this is a chasing hammer. Chasing hammer is like a flat rounded dome shaped one. So this is what I had, so I'm using that, and some beads of your choice. So first, and also this tool, this is like a bead buddy, and it has this various size mandrels, round shape, there is a triangle shape and everything, but you can substitute this with any object which is round like this box, so it's not a big deal. So I can show you with this box as well if you want to. So then what it is, right, you have to have nylon jaw pliers, or you can use your any cloth would do fine. Just straighten the wire up a little bit. So whenever you are doing wire working, you will have to straighten the wire. That warms the wire a bit, and it's a little bit more pliable than usual. And also, if you remove all the kinks out of the wire because it has been wound in a round shape, your finished project will come out beautifully. These small things that we do while making jewelry is what makes your piece stand out. And see, I have straightened about say 10 inches or so of wire. If I'm doing with this, which I did with this mandrel, I think the third biggest one is what I used it. But as I said, you can use just a bottle and then call it a day. Anything that is around your house which is in round shape will work for this project. So you have to go around the shape, so you can actually round it. Just keep at it. Then you have to make at least 3 full circles. It has to overlap, so that's so once you make the 3 circles, you're good to go. just leave it in the spool like that. I really like to work with the spool, you guys all know about that. And now to achieve the shape, so take your wire cutters, just cut the first wire, right? So first of all, you cut the starting wire to flush cut, because this end will be the flush and this will be tapering, so small piece, that's okay to waste. And then just go ahead and snip off here. So it has to overlap just a bit so that you can make the loop. So the same way, first of all, cut small bits so that it's nice and flush. And then the overlapping part, you can keep this as a guide and then cut it. The one that you already cut, you can keep that as a guide. There we go. So this is okay. Just let it wrap around the thing. So this is what we have so far, right? So now what you can do here is you can there's a couple of ways. So here I have the loop bent towards that side, right? So what you can do is you can just take this wire, bend it up just like that, and then make a loop. That's one way to do it. The other way to do is this: make a loop, okay, and then use your pliers to turn the loop sideways. I feel, see how difficult this is and how easy this is, and the bend also came really nicely. This you have to work hard to make it right. And then this part, you can eventually make it. Just when you are working with wire, tweak a little bit. So this is slightly bigger because obviously I didn't use this, right? So this is slightly bigger, but you can go close to this and work a little bit at a time. There we go. Let's do this, but I'm going to do the second method, which is really easy. The first method is a little bit difficult for me, so I take this and roll it around just like that. We want the smallest loop possible, we don't want a bigger loop. So you can just move this a little bit and do it. Looking at the size of the loops, just a bit bigger. It's good to adjust right now. And now what you do is you take the pliers and just twist this. See, keep a firm hand and twist. It might turn like wobbly or so. All you need to do is put it back on top of the mandrel you're working in, and then reshape it a bit. That helps. And just tweak it little by little. So we have the form. Now we have to just, yeah. Now what we have to do is we have to hammer it. It might be a little loud. I'll just start making it. See this loop, I really like to keep the loop like this and work that way. Do not hammer the loop. So start from here and go up till here. Until the loop I have to flatten it. It might be loud, so I'm just gonna stop and then I will flatten the entire thing and come and show you guys what I got. So here is the finished product of hammering. Okay, so now we don't need the bench block anymore. Let's wire wrap the beads. So I have pulled out here a pattern. So it starts with the darker beads in the middle and the lighter beads at the end. So you can cut yourself a piece, but I would like to work with the spool. I never measure, but if you want to cut, you can cut 2 feet of wire and work with it, or 1.5 feet is more than enough is what I feel. But I'm just gonna, at the end of this video, I'll let you guys know how much I used. So approximately, I like to work with the spool, as I said. And so these things, please do not lose it. It's very helpful. And then just pull your wire, run your fingers over, so it will warm up the wire and it will be nice and pliable. So here I have, I think, 2 feet. Let me just measure it so that I know for sure how much I have. Yeah, I would say 1 feet and 10 inches. No, 9 inches. So it's about, say, 21 inches. Yeah. Okay, I'm starting with 21 inches. If I am going to remove more wire, I'll let you guys know. But for now, I'm using 21 inches. So 2 feet would be a good one. And then I'm going to load the beads first. Since I'm working with the spool, I had to load the beads. If you're not working with the spool, you don't have to. You can just, add the beads as you go. So you can also use 24 gauge for this, but I feel 26 gauge is much more easier to work with. So I have a pattern, so I'm following the same pattern as my other earring. Once you load all the beads, so you can wire wrap all the way from here throughout, but I want the metal to show because it's a bronze and I really like the color of it. The contrast with the beads will look good. I want some of the wire to be shown. That's my whole soul idea behind it. But as I said, you can always, opt for not doing so. So take it and a short piece, start wrapping it around the frame. Okay, one wrap, you will attach it to the frame and then use the short tail to kind of make more wraps. so it's all wobbly. So take your pliers and cinch that. Okay, so this is how it starts. So I'm starting from here. I want to mimic the same, yeah, just a little bit more maybe. So I have here about say 5 to 6 wraps. There is already, this is 3, that's 4. See how I'm holding stiffly so that this has a continuous wrap. That's 5, and then this is 6. There we go. Now what you do is move the bead down, just like that. Okay, bring that wire, see how I am bringing that wire down, that's how, and then wrap 3 wraps. So yeah, 3 wraps is what I did. Then move the next bead down, right? Then hold the bead and see how tight I am doing it so that the wraps will come consistently and neatly, and there won't be any space between the beads. And also see the distance between the beads is a little bit more than this one. So what I do is I just cinch this as we go. If we fix it, it'll be easier. And then drop the next bead. Only 3 wraps between each bead, but this is also totally customizable. You can do as many wraps as you want. Since you have the spool to work with, you don't have to worry about wire being running out on you. So that's again a plus working with the spool. So since we hammered it, we can hold this firmly between your fingers and do this wrapping. If we don't hammer it, what will happen is it will start the form, right? The round form may start going out. And 1, 2, and 3, and then try to cinch it a bit, and then check. Yeah, about say right. So see that. One more thing of loading the beads ahead will be that you don't have to pick up beads and do it every time. Like however you prefer comfortable, that's what you do. I am holding the frame and the beads firmly between my hands and then doing the wrapping. Like that. Bring the wire down. See how I pinch and then wrap. So this is what I'm going to do until I run out of beads. And as I said, you can wire wrap this all the way from the start to the end if you want to. One, 2, and 3. See how I am almost finishing it, going past the wrap. That way it will look really nicely. So there is one more bead. See how crinkly my wire becomes. Okay, so the last bead. So before that I want to see, compare it with my, yeah, it's perfectly right. So this is the last bead, so we have to do a couple more wraps for 5 and 6. Just bring it behind and snip that off. So here we go. So 1 feet wire is more than enough, guys. If you want, you can have a little bit extra, but 1 feet wire is enough. So now I straighten this up and I will I cranked it up so that it's nice and neat. See the starting one? I still have a little bit, so you just need to tuck it in. Okay, and then this one also, just press it against the frame. We got this beautiful wire wrap earrings. Okay, this is how it is. Let me see the sample, and I measure this, and this needs to be a little bit wider. Yeah, about say right. Yeah, so it's jump ring and the ear. I am using like bright copper lever back ear wires, but you can use regular ear wires if you want. Just open up your jump ring first, prep your jump ring. What I mean by that is there's a small gap, so I need to bridge the gap. So move back and forth so that's nice and both ends meet. Now open it up and then add it to this, both the loops in the earrings. It might take a little bit. Yeah. Then the ear wire as well. Take it and close. So see the back, you can see the wire more with the beads. The front you can see the beads more with the wire. What I mean by is when I'm wrapping, see that thing goes from that, but here it's more a beaded look. So I like the beaded look, so I'm going for this. But if you like this look, you can do that as well. Depending upon that, add your ear wire. So this is our earrings. I think it's very pretty and I really like. If you want, you can actually add a drop here with any bead you have available. Just a drop to kind of but I really like the simple wire wrapped earrings, just plain, with beads in the bottom. So if you do like this tutorial, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, don't forget to hit the bell icon for notification. I do upload videos couple of times a week. Thanks so much for watching. Have a good day. Bye bye. See you in the next video.